choice.
From Council Bluffs' #1 news source, this is your News 17. From KTCB and American Heritage Cablevision, with Jeff Lewis, Carrie McClure, weather with Charlie Grisham, and sports with Ted Stefaniak.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Lewis.
And I'm Andrea Andrews. Carrie McClure has the night off. An early morning car accident in the city's downtown area has left 2 people hospitalized. The accident at 7th Street and Canesville Avenue occurred about 8:30 this morning. Police say the driver of a 1975 Ford pickup was hit in the front end by the driver of a 1983 Ford Mustang. Witnesses say the pickup was traveling west on Canesville when the driver of the pickup, Lyle Kane of 825 College Road, attempted to turn south on 7th Street. According to police, that's when the eastbound Mustang ran a red light and hit Kane. The driver of the red Mustang is identified as Brandy Alder of 1700 9th Avenue. Alder sustained multiple minor injuries and was taken to Jenny Edmondson Hospital. The hospital lists Alder in good condition tonight. Also injured in the accident, Alan Cook of 812 South 17th Street. Cook is listed in good condition tonight. Kane was not injured in the accident. Alder has been ticketed for failure to control a motor vehicle.
Never before has the state of Iowa entered into a new fiscal year without a budget in place. Lawmakers in Des Moines are desperately trying to make sure 1993 is not a first in that category. Budget negotiators say they are close to setting an agenda for a second special session and could wrap it up by the end of this week. Again, legislative leaders hope to be back in a special session by Thursday or Friday, which would give them enough time to pass a budget before that July 1st deadline.
If you've traveled along Broadway during the evening hours, especially on Friday or Saturday, you've probably noticed an increase in traffic. That increased traffic is the result of Nebraska cruisers joining those in the Bluffs in the wake of Omaha's cruising ordinance. It's a situation that has people here concerned, and the Council Bluffs City Council took issue with that at their meeting last night. Your News 17's David DeWitt has more.
The infamous cruisers will use their own better judgment to help resolve the situation. David DeWitt, your News 17.
In other council action last night, the city approved a resolution of support to assist a long-standing Council Bluffs business in expanding its operation here. As your News 17's David DeWitt tells us, that expansion could mean the addition of more than 100 new jobs here in Council Bluffs.
Better Quality Cassettes is a manufacturer of musical cassettes. The company has been located in Council Bluffs for 6 years and employs 125 people. BQC also packages compact discs and now wants to expand that operation to include the manufacturing of CDs. The expansion would mean the addition of 109 new jobs, with annual wages totaling more than $1.5 million. The proposed project would involve the acquisition and installation of $6.5 million in CD manufacturing equipment. The lion's share of the funding would come from BQC and private sources, but would include around $200,000 of support from Council Bluffs in the form of a city property tax abatement. But that proposal drew criticism from Councilman Sam Irwin.
I thought tax abatement, in our perspective, is for buildings, bricks and mortars and sidewalks and pavement and so forth. That's what I perceived to be on this resolution. I have some other problems with some of the wording that's in there, and I wouldn't be ready to just endorse this carte blanche right now.
Community Development Director Don Gross replied that 30% of the equipment would be subject to property tax. Mayor Tom Hannafin compared the situation to the BMW decision, indicating that BQC also has a site in Nashville, Tennessee.
And our intent is to keep that company here and let it expand here to bring in the new jobs and to expand in Tennessee and have those be the new jobs. And this is the opportunity for us to expand that. And there's going to be a lot of contribution in here, and our portion is a tax abatement on the equipment. But you're right.
Councilman Dave Tobias threw his support behind the project because of the benefit to the Bluffs.
It creates over 100 new jobs, and these jobs all are above minimum wage.
Councilman Roger Hansen also supported the project, saying he had family and friends who used to work for BQC.
It's a good company to work for. Employees are treated fairly, so I think they are a good member of our community and we should support them.
The council approved a resolution to take action to assist Better Quality Cassettes in their business expansion in the Bluffs. The project could begin in October of this year and would be completed by October 1994. David DeWitt, your News 17.
Coming up next, the Council Bluffs Airport could be going through a major expansion. We'll have a report on that.
Plus, we caught up with a Russian delegation in the Bluffs today as they witnessed capitalism at its finest. We'll have a report on that when we come back.
The Council Bluffs Airport could be in for a facelift if all goes as the Bluffs Airport Commission is planning. As your News 17's Carrie McClure reports tonight, the Commission wants the airport to fly into its 25th anniversary this year on the wings of expansion.
Council Bluffs traffic, helicopter 400, turning final for taxiway 31, Council Bluffs.
The Council Bluffs Airport sees 15,000 operations per year in actual flights and practice runs combined. Currently, the two T-hangars constructed 25 years ago, along with the airport itself, are full to their 28-plane capacity, and there are 10 on a waiting list. Thursday night, the Airport Commission voted to send 2 airport expansion projects through a pre-application process, ultimately to be submitted to the FAA for approval.
There's 2 or 3 different phases that we've identified so far. The first one would be to expand what we call the ramp area, because it's also based on what our current operator, his future expansion plans would be too. We also want to go ahead and get more T-hangars constructed. Now, the only unfortunate thing is that is not federally qualified as far as any type of federal funding, so that would be pretty much of a local contribution.
Mayoral Assistant Randy Barrett, who represents the city on the Airport Commission as a non-voting member, says the commission has been trying to meet federal funding qualifications for expansion for the past year. The CB Airport is a reliever airport to Epley Airfield for general aviation, and that meets one qualification for expansion funds. But the airport also needed a current master plan.
The last master plan that was completed was in 1979, and in order for the airport to qualify for any type of federal funding for any type of expansion needs out here, you have to have a current master plan, one that's current within the last 5 years.
So the commission contracted with H.G. McEwen engineering firm, who then subcontracted with an aviation specialist from Ankeny to update the master plan, which now includes expansion of the ramp and hangars.
You've got a lot of your asphalt on your taxiways and on your ramp areas that are deteriorating and becoming undermined. And there's a significant investment that the city's already had in the airport over 25 years with federal dollars and local match, so we don't want to see the airport go downhill farther than it is right now.
Cost projections, Barrett says, are premature at this point, but the ramp expansion project could qualify for 90% federal funding. Bluffs Airport fixed base operator Charles Parmalee says operators and pilots are looking forward to the facelift.
Oh, we're as an operator here, we're very, very excited about it, because any improvement that takes place here at the airport benefits everybody, not just us, the operator here.
The commission plans to go before the city council to submit their pre-application for federal dollars sometime in July. At the Council Bluffs Airport, for your News 17, I'm Carrie McClure.
Well, while events in Russia are difficult these days with shortages and capitalism slow to take hold, a Russian delegation from the Bluffs sister city is enjoying capitalism here in America. And as your News 17's Shaitan Porch reports tonight, some of the delegates hope that through their visit, more than a friendship will develop.
Delegates from the Council Bluffs sister city to Bogue seems to be enjoying their visit to the Bluffs. The president of the Council Bluffs Sister City Association says the reason for the exchange is to accomplish peace and understanding and to give another culture the opportunity to interact with ours, in which they have.
We've visited many industries in town. We've tried to show them our utilities, our water treatment, our sewer facilities, our sewage treatment plant we're going to in just a few minutes. We've shown them Griffin Pipe, which is an example of heavy industry, the schools, the colleges. We've tried to give them a broad view of American culture and American life and American business.
Some of the delegates hope that an economic exchange can evolve from these visits. Included in the exchange were 2 women and 6 men. The delegates were from all walks of life, ranging from a school teacher to a small business owner, and they all seemed to be enjoying their 2-week visit.
Well, I think that it's very beautiful town, and maybe it's my first experience to be in the United States, and I had very wonderful time in this town, and I think that people of this town are very kind of us.
I'd like to hope that our relations will be deeper, wider, and we have a wonderful joy of friendship and a wonderful joy and of communication.
И, пользуясь случаем, я от своего имени, от имени всей делегации хочу поблагодарить город, его жителей, лично мистера Брауна за тот теплый прием. Значит, и хочу напоследок сказать good luck.
Vladimir says he would like to thank the Council Bluffs citizens, along with the mayor and President Jack Brown, for their help, and he wishes everyone good luck. For your News 17, I'm Shatan Porch.
Well, things warmed up nicely out there today. In fact, it even turned into air conditioner weather this afternoon.
That's right. Meteorologist Charlie Grisham in next to tell us how long you'll have to keep that AC on. Stay with us.
Well, Charlie, it certainly is hot out there.
It certainly feels like summer, doesn't it? And I guess we are in summer now, so we're supposed to be expecting these readings in the hot upper 80s, and we're going to be expecting that for the next few days. Look for temperatures to drop by the end of the week, though. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Currently in Council Bluffs, we have partly cloudy skies, 88 degrees. Once again, a really warm day, partly sunny skies. With that warm temperature, we'll see a slight chance of afternoon thunderstorms. Southeasterly breezes 5 to 10 and a high 87 or 88. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy. Once again, a slight chance of thunderstorms, low right around 61. And your extended forecast, well, look for variable cloudiness through the period. 83 on Thursday. Then as that cold front comes through Friday and Saturday, look for, about 77 degrees on Friday and 71 on Saturday. So it's going to get more comfortable than it is right now. I don't really like temperatures to be at about 88. I like it more at about 78. That's my style.
So really only a couple more days of that air conditioner weather and we'll get to turn them off again.
Maybe a raindrop here or there, and then we're going to see the temperatures drop pretty cool.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Charlie.
You're welcome.
Up next in sports, the Thomas Jefferson baseball team continued its winning ways during a doubleheader with Sioux City East last night. Ted has the highlights.
Plus, the Iowa State athletic director may have found another job in Nebraska. And Bobby Hanks looks for a new job. Stay tuned. Sports is next.
Iowa clothes, first and foremost in fine form.
So Bobby looking for a new job.
Okay, and quickly, thanks to a caller last night, one of our viewers helped us out. There was not only in another Olympic qualifier, we were talking about Paulette Mitchell last night, she's going for qualifying this weekend, but there was a medalist.
Yeah, Bill Smith from the 1952 Olympics, a gold medalist in wrestling. And the latest, we made all kinds of phone calls today. The only thing I could find out was that I believe he's living somewhere in California today.
All right, thanks Ted. Charlie, weather, what's it going to be like?
California-like, so you feel right at home here in Iowa. Not bad tonight. Look for an overnight low right around 60 degrees. Maybe a sprinkle as the morning takes shape, but another warm day for us. Temperatures in the 60s on the way to an afternoon high right around 87.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Charlie.
You're welcome.
And that is our report for tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Good night.
Iowa's $100,000 cash game.